let me go down to over to Alaska and talk to Travis out of Alaska. Travis, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Jesse. How are you
Hey,
today?
all is well, Travis.
Good deal. Hey, so I called in on Thursday. I'm not sure if you remember or not. And I said I was going to, excuse me, forgive my mom and dad, and so I forgave my mom, and she was a little less receptive, but ultimately she received the message, and then I returned to my father, and I forgave him for not being there to protect me, and he was very happy to hear from me, and immediately after I forgave my dad, I felt a sense of peace.
Yeah.
So much so that I have been seeing a single mom, and I know that I need to. I broke up with her. We broke up, and I wanted to know if it would be like not anytime soon, because now I have to focus on me, endure, and I do the silent prayer every day, twice a day, in the morning and before bed, and I wanted to know if at some time in the future, if I ever run into her, would it be appropriate to, I guess, forgive her, because it's not really her fault, right? Like, I knew she was a single mom, but I still decided to get involved. But that was when I'm still in a fallen state. Now I'm trying to overcome that fallen state. But does that make sense? Is it necessary that I do, if I see her in the future, reach out to her and say, hey, man, I'm sorry, and I resented you because you couldn't give me what I was looking for. But does that make sense?
So I understand. I do understand the question. Number one, never, 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 but ever, never, 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 ever again think about the future. Never do what if. Do not think about the future because it doesn't exist. And if you never think about the future or past, you will always live in the present. You will always be right here, right now, all the time, where all the answers are, where life is, and everything. So don't think about what if I meet her. And then number two is you don't need to forgive her because it's not her fault that you got involved. It's not her fault that you thought you could get something from her that she didn't have to give you. Just realize that was in you and it's not her. So just don't hold anything against her. She has her own issues and she was already screwed up when she met you. So you're not at fault with her either. So forget about it and just move on.
Understood. That's too easy.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah, wow. I mean, like you said that once you said, don't think about the future, only stay in the present. That's
Yes.
the whole purpose of the silent prayer. And the whole purpose of the silent prayer is practice so that we can learn to stay in the present where God is.
100%.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
As long as you're in the present, just be aware. In the present, life is worked out for you. It's already laid out. It works. There's nothing you can do. It doesn't need your help. And there's nothing you can do about it anyway. And so, but you just got to, all you got to do is stay present. Isn't that amazing?
Yes. And then, okay, I have one more question, if I may, Jesse.
Okay.
All right. So sometimes, I recognize, hey, the not me is having these feelings because I'm trying to get rid of him. And I understand that it's ultimately the objective is to be still. That said, how does that work with like happiness? Because sometimes what will happen is I'll recognize that the not me is trying to take over
Yes.
because he's been in charge this whole time. I watched Revolver and I was like, wow, that movie made so much sense.
Yeah.
I'm surprised people don't understand it. Anyhow, when the not me takes over or tries to take over, I recognize it, I sit in it, but I find myself laughing because I recognize it and I laugh out of happiness. But isn't happiness an emotion, and shouldn't I be trying to avoid that?
Don't worry about that. Just
Okay.
Whatever's happening, you just watch. If you
Okay.
if you catch those thoughts and you're happy, just watch. Don't call it good or bad, right or wrong. Don't put a title on it. Don't put a name onto it at all.
Okay. Okay.
Because
I understand what you're saying.
because it could be that natural happiness that comes from seeing. Because
Right.
there's
And
a
that's exactly what it feels like the happiness from understanding.
yes, because there's a fake happiness that comes from hating, being angry, and there's a real happiness that comes from seeing. And that's the one you may have. That's what I'm telling you. Don't attach an identity to it at all.
Okay. Understood. Understood. Awesome. Jesse, thank you for taking my call. I hope you guys have a great day.
You too, and stay with it. Stay with it. No matter if the whole world turned against you, you stay with it.
Yes, sir.
I wish you well, man.
I wish you well, too. Thank you, Jesse. You guys are doing God's work.
Thank you, buddy. Amazing.
All right.
Bye now. Amazing.